It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Rechtenwald, and this is David Stroud, along with Scooter Callies. We're going to bring you the morning show this morning. David is joining us as part of the team.
Yes, as a guest host, even though I feel weird. I'm in the wrong chair. I should be over there.
You've always been used to being over here.
That's right. So this is definitely new to me. I appreciate you all having me on. Faith in me that I can be a guest host. We'll see.
We're just wanting to sink you.
Thanks.
I guess I'm going to have to get a hat, huh?
Yeah, I was going to.
Yeah, this is the hat table.
I thought about that this morning. I did. I thought Scooter and I would both be wearing a hat. Bob's not going to be wearing one. It's not.
I had one in the
I
truck,
haven't
too.
wore a ball cap since 1978 when I graduated high school.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Not even when you're out there mowing? Gotta
Crazy.
protect the scalp, buddy. All right.
That's what hair's for.
Very good.
It's all you.
Well, I guess the next thing on the list is Roller Funeral Home.
And we got a morning prayer this morning. You're getting there. You're getting there.
I know, right?
All right, work with us today. We're getting this flow going here.
So, Roller Funeral Home, 29 locations in Arkansas, one in Memphis, Tennessee. It's definitely something that I would not do. I'm glad that they are there for us to take care of us in our time of need. And so we do a morning prayer. This will be the first time I actually say a prayer out loud, so bear with me. I'm going to keep it short and sweet.
All right.
And so, all right, my morning prayer is for the Lord to bring back common sense to this great United States of America. It seems we have lost that in the past few years. And so that is my prayer today. Common sense back to the people of this nation. Amen.
Amen.
Yes. And then I guess, can we still talk about me? I mean, we were introducing me and my background.
It's not about you, Dave.
I know,
It's
right?
not always about you. See, that's the problem. Every time we get somebody in that seat, it's all about them. It's not about no.
Well, give the viewers, if you don't remember seeing me, I actually interned here back in 2020 as a part of my college graphic design degree.
Yep.
And so I sat in Scooter's chair for 3 months, and I was here for 2 days when Scooter put me in that chair. I just watched for 2 days, and he said, all right, your turn. And he threw me in there kind of like this, which I've known I was going to be doing this for a week, and it didn't make it any easier. But but it was definitely a fun time. I really enjoyed doing it, and then they'd have me on when Scooter needs to take off, when his son goes to wrestling championships and kicks butt. So I come in and fill in, and I was very surprised for him to ask me to do a guest host. Definitely different for me. Been selling all my life, so I kind of get the feeling it's just asking a bunch of questions like you would, trying to sell somebody something. So, but
We figured you being in sales that long, you have plenty of hot air.
Yeah,
That's what
thanks.
I call it.
I appreciate that. Now it's time for the weather, and if I look at the right camera.
Well, at this point, we need to take a break and have a word from Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team.
Sounds
Be
good.
right back.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora, the Z Team, Century 21 Womack Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
I clicked her. Well, hello, we're back, and we are going to do the weather, and that's brought to you by the Z Team, right?
Actually, we're going to take a look at the White River.
Yes, which is by the Z Team. Sorry, we're throwing you. We're
brought
throwing
to
you.
you
I
by
forgot
the
to
Z
write
See, I
that
knew
down
that.
for him. But
I used to do that part over there where, it was, but they automatically knew where to
All
go
right,
next.
so as cold as it was last night and as warm as it's getting this morning, are we foggy or are we clear, David?
that's the guess.
Okay, that's not, David, are you foggy or clear? Is the river foggy or clear?
You got to guess.
Let's see. I'm going to guess foggy.
Clear.
I'm gonna go. Well, I
There's a
can't. I
frost
can't.
Yeah,
look,
don't
'cause
you
I know.
go at all.
There's a frost
Let's just see
advisory.
it. A little bit?
Okay, a
Yeah.
little bit of both. We're both right.
I'd say more foggy than anything.
Hey,
All right, we're going to go to second camera, and then you're way off because that is nothing but fog.
Oh, wow.
If it changes focus on something, we'll go back. But
So that's the one that zooms in to each
yes,
area.
yes.
And it stays for how long? 30 seconds?
About 15 seconds on
15
each shot,
seconds.
and then it'll switch to a different location.
Yeah. So what you're looking at, the area of fog, you're looking into Missouri, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Marion County side. To the left would be the Rainbow Bridge. Towards the middle, there's the ballpark down in Cotter. It's a beautiful shot. I love seeing it every time when you can see it.
We're going to switch cameras because we've got a little bit of an angle now where I can
There you
see
go.
the river.
I don't see anybody fishing yet.
You guys can go to retiredarkansas.com and look at
.net.
.net. I always mess that up. Retiredarkansas.net. Don't mess it up. You can go to tools icon, and then they got live cameras, and both of these cameras are on there. Both of them are going 24 hours a day. When the sun starts peeking through, like this one here, when
Right.
it finally starts cutting through, it makes some of the most beautiful sceneries.
Most definitely.
how about toward the end we take another look just to see how much it's cut?
Yep, you bet. You bet.
All right, David.
Very good.
The Z Team,
Now-
Bob and Linda Zadora, 870-405-0793. Realtors you would recommend to a friend. Sorry, throw that out there real quick.
No, that's good. Fill it in when I'm not. Okay, so we'll move on to the weather now. Yes? Is
Yep.
it allowed?
Yep, you're perfectly good, bud.
And in Mountain Home, it's 39 degrees. Harrison, 39. We'll skip around. Yellville, 32. Salem, 35. West Plains, 35. Poplar Bluff, 36. St. Louis, 35. So it's pretty much the same across the board. And we have the radar. Well,
You didn't click radar.
I didn't
like
click
I told you.
refresh. We'll
No,
show the menu.
radar. Go
Here,
down,
we'll
and click,
just-
go down and click
we'll
that
just
thing that says
refresh it.
radar.
We'll hide it. We'll back out.
It's okay.
It should pick
There
it
it
up.
is.
There it is.
You see,
Yeah,
there's a little
it's already
something over
up.
there near Boston and Portland, just like you talked about yesterday. And not a whole lot over the top of us. It looks like it'll be a pretty day. Yeah. Very nice, right?
Arkansas is pretty clear.
Yeah, pretty clear. We do have a frost advisory this morning.
I went out and covered the tomatoes, the potatoes, the peppers, the lettuce, and the spinach. And I don't think we got any frost.
No, I didn't notice
Just a
anyone.
little bit on the cars this morning, but
Yeah, I didn't see anything when I left this morning. I was surprised to see that. And the 7-day forecast today is frost and then sunny. High of 64. Tonight, mostly cloudy, then showers likely. Low of 45. Looks like Wednesday we got a chance of showers, 90%. Thunderstorms. Into Wednesday night, showers likely. Thursday, slight chance. It's down to 20%. Thursday night, mostly cloudy. Friday, mostly sunny. Sounds good going into the weekend. And Friday night, partly cloudy. Very good. Pollen count. Tree pollen is moderate. Grass is low, and ragweed is none. Sounds good to me, but I'll still have
That's
to take
dropping down
something.
quick because we've been high on the tree pollen. So
Has it been? Yeah.
May give people a little bit of a breather. If we get this rain that coming through again, that'll help knock it down a little bit more for a little
Yeah.
bit. It's
Sounds
going to
good
come
to me.
back. I mean, it's going to have to happen. So
I'll still have to take a pill.
Bob started to say something. He backed out.
Well, what's wrong with taking a pill?
nothing.
The lake level, Norfolk is at 558.09.
Norfolk is not generating any at this moment.
No? Okay. Bull Shoals is at 664.03. Are they generating?
However, Bull Shoals is generating 4.
Generating 4. All right.
Very
Now,
good.
keep in mind when we say that in the mornings, that is subject to change on the hour. Even on their recording, that they'll tell you, look, this can change. Don't count this as gold.
Right.
But as of this moment, Norfolk is 0 and Bull Shoals is 4.
Awesome.
So where do you see that on here?
It's not.
Oh,
He called.
I
He called a number.
Called this
you
morning.
called it in. Yeah, see, I'm not doing my job already. I didn't know to call in.
I know you're slacking.
Well,
You looking at your list?
I'm looking at the list, and it looks like weather's brought by the Z team.
Bob and Linda
Bob and
Zadora,
Linda Zadora.
870-405-0793. Realtors you would recommend to a friend. Let's take a look at the White River shot one more time. Hadn't changed a whole lot, but if you look off to your left in this picture, you can see where it's starting to clear off.
You can start to see that Rainbow Bridge over there.
Yeah,
Right.
It won't be long before it's completely clear. And if you're looking for someone to help you guide your way to buying your new home in God's country, in north central Arkansas, give Bob and Linda a call. If you're looking to list, looking to sell, give them a call as well. 870-405-0793. Realtors you would recommend to a friend. Bob and Linda Zadora. And now, Scooter, take a break. We'll be back in just a minute.
Be right back.
Taste. And at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
I'm Henry Campfield, your candidate for Baxter County Sheriff. I'm a veteran, a family man, with over 20 years of law enforcement experience. If you are ready for positive change in your community, I humbly ask for your support May 24th in the Republican primary.
At Connor
And welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. And
He's got that part down, at least.
I blew through the first part. We need to move on to the news,
fine.
right?
News, any community events, any...
Right, upcoming events and community news. April 19th, 2022. The Baxter County Library will be having Doodle and Jam. And this is where teen writers, artists, and musicians can come to the library and play their instruments, play games, draw, talk, hang out with each other. Oh, the next breastfeeding class, that's at the Schliemann Center for Women. That's today from 5 to 6:30 p.m. And I think we know what that one's going to be about. And the Baxter County Library is having virtual all-booked book club. That'll be today from 6 to 7. On the virtual, let's see, there'll be everyone's welcome. You can get a copy of the book from behind the information desk at the library, or you can go to Library to Go and check it out online. Meeting, let's see.
Yeah, you can pick and choose here what...
Oh, just...
Yeah, you don't have to read the whole list.
Oh, well, I was just, letting everybody know about everything.
Some of it may be dragged out. I mean, may
What
not
is that
be for
about
a
the
little
PTO?
while.
Right there.
Mountain Home Parent Teacher Organization Spring General Meeting, 6:30 to 8. Let's see, their meeting's coming up, and love for every parent and MHPS to attend. This will be great meeting filled with all you want to know about the Mountain Home Parent Teacher Organization.
And that's today?
And that is today from 6:30 to 8. And the Mountain Home High School Cafeteria.
Ah.
Let's see, Farmers Market, April 20th, 8 to 5. So that is no longer on the square. That is back behind the old college. What road is that on?
Fifth and Shirus?
Shirus and 5th Street.
Yep.
And so we went to that the other day. They had quite a few vendors, which I guess they're just starting back up, so they're not fully.
This would be the third.
The third
meeting,
one?
I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
so.
Fourth. Third on Wednesday and fourth on Saturday.
Okay.
I've heard they got a really nice layout.
They do.
They're wanting to do a lot with it. That'll be really, really cool.
Yeah, it's set up very nice. Let's see. Baxter County Library, I mean, they have a lot of events that go on. You can go to baxlib.org to the calendar, and you can find a lot of what you're seeing here. The Coloring Club, the Friends of the Library silent auction is going on right now. That ends April 27th at 1 p.m. There's a bidding book in the Great Hall. You can see all the stuff to bid on in one of the cases. And yeah, go in there, and everything that the Friends of the Library do go to support library programs and events. It's definitely something that's a worthy cause. Then at 1:30 on April 27th, a live auction will begin, and they'll have a lot more items that you have to show up to see. They're not giving any sneak peeks to that. You'll just have to come and put that hand up and make sure you want to be you're bidding at the time. Don't wink at them if you're not bidding. Baxter County, let's see, fun for 3, 4s, and 5s from 10:30 to 11:30 tomorrow. That is a story time for the children. Book club for women. So yeah, there's quite a bit on the list. Anything else you guys need to go over?
Sure. It's assessing time. It's time to assess. Baxter County Assessor Jamie Nicholson would like to remind everyone that it's time to assess your personal property. Assessments must be done by May 31st to avoid a 10% penalty on your taxes, your personal property taxes. They're making it easy. You can do it online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Go to baxtercountyassessor.com or give them a call at 870-425-3453. Jamie Nicholson and her staff be glad to help you out, get your assessments done. So give them a call. We've got a bunch of political races going on, but what people don't realize is there's also some school board races going on. We've got county judge and sheriff races and justice of the peace races going on, but we also have school board races. When you cast in Baxter County, when you cast your vote in the primary on May 24th, this vote is a nonpartisan school board election, and Candace has said that it is a final election for the school board for the races in the school board. The Mountain Home School District has 2 positions up for election. Position 2, incumbent Arnold Knox is facing challenger Bob Chester, and position 4, incumbent Barbara Horton is running against Carrie Ramsey. In Norfolk has 1 position up for election, and that's Chad McGowan, who is facing Elena Southard. Over in Cotter, the race is between 3 incumbents, Alan Franks, Luke Walker, and Jimmy Morgan are running unopposed. However, 2 positions have no candidate seeking election. Over in Marion County, Flippin School Board has only 1 member, Eleanor Davenport, who is running unopposed for re-election, and Flippin 2 School Board positions for election have incumbents Roger Leonard in position 4, Stacy Goldsmith in position 5. They're both running unopposed. Over in Viola, incumbent Derek Brown is running unopposed for position 1, but there are 3 candidates running for position 2, and it's Brandon Love, Derek Winter, Dustin Carter, and they're all 3 going for position 2. Down in Calico Rock has 1 school board member, incumbent Jennifer Brickle. She's running unopposed. And if you have any questions about your registration or where you're supposed to vote, you can give Kenda Reese a call at 870-425-3475, and she can help you get that worked out. Early voting starts on the 9th for the general election, but the school board election is the 24th. That's all I've got.
A lot going on. A lot of races.
Yep.
What else?
I have no
Anything
idea.
else going on?
Now I'm drawing a complete
You're drawing
blank.
a blank.
I have no idea.
We can talk about some sports stuff if you'd like for a minute.
Yeah, sure.
They
They had a track meet last night.
Yeah, I had a big track meet last night. We'll come back to that. I also wanted to talk about there were 24 new business licenses issued in the city of Mountain Home in the month of March. And we can go through those really quick. Claire Masonich has got a 2 business license for Vanity Aesthetics and for Claire and Company Spa. Blair Sherrill is opening the Total Physical Therapy on 201 North. Dunham's Athletic Corporation, Athleisure is what they call it. It's going to be called Dunham Sports, and it's going next to Hobby Lobby.
Very nice.
It's a downscale Cabela / Bass Pro type of a place, so they're going to have the same type of items. They should be opening. They're hoping to be open before summer. Dallas Forbes for River and Pearl Woodworking on 201 North. Brian and Amy Doherty for Hansel and Gretel Candy Shop on Highway 62 East. Talon Kelly for Ozark Tech Repair, a computer repair shop. They'll also work on phones. They're in Highland Circle. There's 13 home businesses, a couple of lawn cares, house washing, couple property managements, a handyman service, an equipment rental company, different things. You can check those out online if you want to. And that's what we got going on there. We're going to talk about just a few sports items real quick. We had a track meet last night. It was Bomber Relays. And
I'm not sure why they call it Bomber Relays, because it was a full track meet.
I would think it would be called an invitational because it was huge. It was a huge event.
It was big.
Let me find my notes here. Mountain Home teams both won. They have it divided up 1A through 3A. That's one division. Then they have 4A through 6A is the other division. And the Mountain Home Bombers and Lady Bombers both won the 6A division and wrapped that up very nicely. They dominated by scores. They scored 287 points. And West Plains came in second with 131. In the 3A division, Clinton won and Yellville won second. Mountain Home Christian Academy came in third, which is kind of exciting, and Beckersville finished fifth. The Lady Bombers finished with 204 points, winning the 4A and above class with 54 points over Pocahontas. And Yelva Summit had the second overall points and won the 3A class, the 3A and below class, with Dora and Bakersfield coming in third and fifth. There's a number of personal records were done. I would like to mention the high point scoring athlete for yesterday's track meet was Cambry Gibson from Yellville, and I don't have the number of points she finished with, but if you've never seen that young lady compete in anything, she's a volleyball, she's a basketball, she's a track, check her out.
Yeah. Very nice.
She's good. Anyway, that's all I've got.
Do you want to go ahead and take a quick break? Or
Yeah,
do you
let's
want
take a quick break.
Okay.
Yep.
Be right back.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Rechtenwald with David Stroud and Scooter Callies. I just wanted folks to know what's happening. First of the month, decided it was time for a name change and a little bit of a programming change, so we're changing things up a little bit. At times I'll be sitting in that chair and David will be not here, and sometimes David will be in this chair and I'll be in that chair. And what will go on is we're just trying to tag team, so there's a little bit of variety, a little bit of change. We want to have this show to be positive. We're not really going to report on a bunch of negative stuff. We're not looking to be dark. We're trying to keep neutral in most things. Right now, we've got a series of Meet the Candidate segments going on. We have a candidate for Izard County Judge here this morning, Paul D. Womack, and he'll be joining us at 7:30. But the drive for the show, in my opinion, Scooter, and correct me if I'm wrong, is the face that we're trying to put out there is we are community minded.
Yes.
The station as a whole, we do a lot of things behind the scene that are community minded. We want to get some of that out into the public, and we want to do things that are uplifting and informational to the citizens of our viewing area. And our viewing area is large. We've got a potential 380,000 viewers now that we've got hooked up with Next over at NAEC. So we range from Cherokee Village to the other side of Harrison, up to West Plains, almost to Ava, part of Branson, down south as far as Marshall, all the way over to Mountain View. So when you're trying to incorporate information that's helpful to all the viewing area, it's a little bit difficult to do. So if you have anything that you want to have mentioned and brought up on the show, give us a call here at the station, and the number is?
You can go ahead and just call me directly, 870-404-5981. I'll be happy to answer any questions, or if you got any requests to start putting some stuff on the show, we'll be happy to look into that.
And this show is for the viewers, and we want to make sure we're getting the information to the viewer that they're needing. You know, we've added the generation of the dams,
The pollen counts.
We've got the pollen counts going on. We've gotten rid of a few things that didn't really pertain a whole lot. We'll bring some of them back when the weather starts getting bad. We'll bring back the cameras, the local street cameras.
Yeah.
So we can see, you know, if the intersections, how bad they are, if we had snow or ice. You know, we'll bring some of that stuff back as needed, but right now we're trying to streamline a little bit so we can get you more, not just community news, but area news and happenings and what's going on. But it is my goal, as long as I'm allowed to sit in this chair, and I take it as a privilege, that we won't be broadcasting negative. It's just not
That's
gonna
good.
happen.
We're staying positive.
So
Positive, community-oriented station
Yeah.
is what we're all about.
As David said earlier, he started as an intern working with Scooter on the control side, on the production side, and which is great, because there'll be days in the near future when Scooter will be gone and David will be sitting there and I'll be sitting in this seat, and we'll be doing this show together. There'll be other days that David will be at his day job and I'll be at my day job, and one of us is going to have to fill in. And there'll be days that we can both sit here together and just walk you through it. But the goal is to get information out to the viewing audience as thoroughly as we can. And we want to make sure that our sponsors that we've got are getting the best bang for their buck. And we will always welcome new sponsors at that. So with that said, David Stroud has a company called Web and Paper Design. So he does website design and graphic arts, things like that.
Freelance graphic design.
And so that is a free plug for him that we'd like, you know, if you need him, just give him a call at
870-405-4433 and go to webandpaperdesign.com and take a look at everything that I've done so far.
Does some amazing work, I'll give you that.
And
I know.
there you go with that. His hat's going to fly off here in just a minute. He built the XL7 Sports webpage. I commissioned him to do that. And not the
Facebook
page.
Yeah.
Our next project will be a website. So we'll
design the logo on that. I really like it. All right, now I'm working on the LC Salmon's Youth Center logo. I'll be posting that here pretty soon. I've been working with Enoch on that. And last night I seen him at the ball field. Oh, I love Enoch.
He's a trip.
Yeah, Enoch's great. So we'll be posting that shortly. He was the one that commissioned me to do that. He just wanted something that was easily recognizable for the youth center.
Awesome.
And it's a treat. So they have that beautiful, and I don't know what kind of tree it is, but it blooms purple. That's right out in front of the building. And so he sent me that because I had sent him something totally different, and he had sent me a picture of that tree, and he goes, "Can you do something like that?" Most definitely. And I came up with it, and last night I seen him at the ball field during the kids games. Cannon played Pee-wee, or I get not Pee-wee, he's 10, so what would that, just youth baseball?
Youth baseball. Coach pitch or machine pitch?
Coach pitch or machine pitch?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Pitcher. Cannon pitches, actually.
Okay.
Got a 3 and out a couple of times. We got a 4 and out one time. Accidentally popped a kid in the head one time. But the kid just stood there. I don't even know if he was focused on the ball, because it just went whack. He didn't flinch or nothing.
He wanted on base.
Yeah, he got
Sacrifices
it.
you'll make.
He got it, one way or another.
So, but it was a great game. But seen Enoch last night, and he absolutely loved the logo. So, like I said, we'll introduce that. But I appreciate you bringing that up. Yeah, most definitely.
Let's take a quick break. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. When we come back, we're going to have Paul D. Womack, the Izard County judge candidate, and we'll interview with him for a while. Be back just a minute.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
The 9th annual Night with Your Knight and Father-Daughter Ball will be coming up May 6th and 7th each night at the Shed in Mountain Home. Dads and daughters or mothers and sons date night, filled with dancing, dessert, a keepsake gift, and a limo ride. Don't miss an opportunity to make some memories. Tickets on sale now at choosemhca.com. That's the 9th annual Night with Your Knight and Father-Daughter Ball on May 6th and 7th at the Shed in Mountain Home. Tickets on sale now. Don't miss it.
Hello, I'm Shannon Felicia, and I'm talking to you, the Baxter County citizen. I'm a military man, a veteran, a family man with over 25 years military experience in civil engineering, and I'm asking for your vote on May the 24th in the Republican primary to elect me, Shannon Felicia, as your next Baxter County judge.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the Mountain Home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. This morning we've got candidate for Izard County Judge Paul Womack. Good morning, sir, and welcome.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Good. How I like to generally start the interviews, this is the segment we're calling Meet the Candidate. What I like to do is for them to meet the man first, and then we'll meet the county judge candidate later. So let's talk about who is Paul Womack, where are you from, what have you been doing all your life, and go from there.
I'm Paul Womack. I'm the Izard County judge candidate. I've been current tax collector for 4 years, or 3.5. The term's going to expire at the end of this year. I was born in Tucson, Arizona. My dad was a veteran. He was in Tucson, based there. He moved back to Calico Rock, where my mother is from. He decided that he wanted to go to Kansas City for a little while because he wanted to learn a trade. He learned a trade to install carpet. We stayed there for about 12 years, and he said, you know what? He said, I want to go back to that piece of heaven that I was raised in. That piece of heaven was Izard County.
I'll be darned.
He was raised in Melbourne, Sage area. My mother was raised in the Calico Rock, Weidman area, and that's where they want to take their kids to go to school. We went back to school. I was related to everybody from Calico Rock to Melbourne up into the Franklin Horseshoe Bend area, and I said, where in the world am I ever going to find a wife? And sure enough, I found one that wasn't related to me, and she lived in the Mount Pleasant area. Now my kids have had to go out of the county to find a husband because they were related to everybody. They're related to everybody in the county. We have somebody in probably every little town in Izard County. We love it there. We made our home there. We raised our daughters there. My oldest daughter is a nurse in Fayetteville. My middle,
where at?
She is with a mental health hospital in the Fayetteville area. And then my middle daughter is in the Pottsville, Russellville area, and her husband both teach. He teaches in the Russellville School District, and she teaches in the Pottsville School District. We were blessed to have 2 grandchildren by them. They adopted a little boy, and 2 weeks after they got the little boy home from NICU, after they adopted him, she come home and she said, Dad, I don't feel good. She didn't feel good. We thought it was her thyroid. The doctors had done confirmed that her husband, neither one could have kids. She was pregnant.
Wow.
It was a different thyroid. 8 months later, they had another little boy. They're Gavin and Gordon. We call them the G-Force because they are very forceful. In 2014, I retired from the highway department with 28 years experience. I was in the engineering side of that. And me and my wife, shortly after we retired, we were blessed to be asked to take a young lady into our home. She was 6 months old, and we were asked to take her into our home. We took her in as a temporary thing, and her parents were on a different road, and we believe in second chances. We believe in second chances. And she was born, she weighed 1.5 pounds when she was born.
Wow.
We had her for 2.5 years, and we decided that, you know what, things aren't changing.
Yeah, she's yours.
Something needs to change. Well, we talked to the great-grandparents, and the great-grandparents agreed. The great-granddad had some issues health-wise at that time, and he goes, I'll tell you what I'll do. He said, my health's getting bad. I want to live peacefully, but I want to go into that eternity with peace. He said, I'll pay for the adoption process if you guys will adopt. We adopted her at 50-year-old. We took her in. At 53, she was my daughter. She's my daughter through and through.
Yes, sir.
I love her to death. I wouldn't change anything. And at 8-year-old, she's a blessing. She's a blessing in our life. I was doing some odd and end jobs because I worked in a medical field, because when I retired from the highway department, I retired in 2014, and I was on the road all the time, and I told my wife, I said, you know what, I've been on the road 28 years. If you want me to come home, you will find me a job. I didn't realize what God had planned for me. And she said, well, I've got you an interview. And I said, okay, so where's it at? She said, it's a medical facility. She said, have you ever thought about becoming a medical secretary? I said, that's a long ways from being an engineer on a road crew
most definitely
to a medical secretary.
You're right about that.
I become a medical secretary. I worked through that. I went to work for that company, and then I worked for another company for a short time. Then I become the DWI guy. And most people in Baxter County knew Judy Fagan.
Oh, yeah.
Judy Fagan was a dandy. She was always community oriented, and I learned a lot from her as far as community orientation. She just meant something to me at that time. And I decided to run for tax collector. And I said, you know what? That's what I've always wanted to do. I wanted to do it since 2008. That's what I want to do. I had a dream to do that. And I ran an incumbent that was doing a great job as far as that was concerned. We won that election. I've served that for 3.5 years. I've brought some changes into it that I'm proud of. I'm happy. But sometimes dreams change.
Sure.
Dreams always change. I mean, if we quit dreaming and having changes in life, then we might as well just sit back and call the funeral home, take us in. Because I said, you know what, I need to take my 28 years of experience to the road and do what I need to do there. And I said, that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm so proud of my family. I love my family. They're a blessing to me. My dad was the mayor back in the 1980s, 90s.
Of what city?
Of Melbourne.
Of Melbourne.
Of Melbourne.
So
And
do you live in Melbourne?
I live in Melbourne. My wife was from Mount Pleasant. I'm just family man, community oriented. Last weekend, Saturday, there was 10 events in Izard County. I hit 6 of them.
Yeah.
I hit 6 of them because I wanted to. It wasn't because I had to. It wasn't because of an election process. I've been doing it for 4 years.
You just been doing family reunions is all you've been doing.
Well, it's fun. It's fun. There's nothing more fun than getting around a group of people that love Izard County and they're fundraising for a purpose. And I've got 3 to go to this weekend, and I'm more than happy to do them because that's me. I don't know what else to say about that.
Right, you're a people person.
I'm a people person. I love people.
Yeah.
And I want to take that gift and utilize it for betterment.
Where did you go to high school?
I went to high school in Melbourne. I graduated from Melbourne High School.
What year?
1982. My wife graduated from Mount Pleasant High School in 1983. Shortly after I graduated high school, my dad tried to take me into the trade of installing carpet. If you've never installed carpet, it's tough on the back.
Run and run fast.
And it's tough. It's tough on the back. And I said, you know, this isn't for me. I went to work for the highway department in 1986, and I started out on a striping crew. And a year and a half into that, I said, this is not for me. And I went to work on an engineering survey crew, started at the bottom, and that was for me.
Yeah.
And I love it. I loved every moment that I was there. Every time you have trying moments, but you know what? We was brought through it, and it's been for the best.
Quick question about Izard County. A lot of people, you know, talking to the viewing audience, a lot of people think that Calico Rock is the hub of Izard County, but in fact, where is the county square?
The county seat's in Melbourne. It's where the only traffic light is in Izard County. It's not the largest city in Izard County. They've had 3 courthouses there. 2 of them were destroyed by fire, I believe. The first courthouse was in Mount Olive, the Mount Olive area. And Calico Rock is just our historic town. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. It sits on the river. It's got lots of history to it. They've got a great little museum there. That's where my mother was raised. She went to school there. Calico Rock's wonderful. Melbourne's got a lot of history to it also. I love it. The largest city now is Horseshoe Bend.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was in 3 counties because of the size of it.
Right.
It's in Izard County and Sharp.
It's in Izard County, Sharp, and Fulton County.
Yeah.
It's grown. It has done well. It had its trying times at the beginning, but there's some wonderful people in Horseshoe Bend.
Mm-hmm.
They have moved in from different areas. My wife's got relatives that moved into the Horseshoe Bend area. It's got the beautiful lakes, got a beautiful golf course. We got a beautiful golf course in Melbourne. I can't say anything bad about Izard County. I love Izard County.
How many square miles does Izard County cover?
I cannot answer that because I have not done my homework on
That's
square
all right.
miles of Izard County.
You've drove it all, though.
I've drove it all.
How much roads do you have then?
There are approximately 800 miles of county roads.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Cool. We'll give that some thought. We'll be back in just a minute. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. Paul Womack, candidate for Izard County Judge. We'll be back in just a minute.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home.
At Serendipity Bliss, we love turning your day into a once-in-a-lifetime memory by offering unique, beautiful, and specialized event and wedding rentals that can transform any atmosphere into something you will never forget. Whether it's your dream wedding, a golden anniversary, sweet 16 party, or a company event, we can make any event blissfully perfect. Serendipity Bliss carries unique specialty gifts and bridal jewelry and helps coordinate decor, table items, theme-related pieces, and more. Make your day blissfully perfect with Serendipity Bliss, located behind Car Care Mountain Home.
Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home.
Hi, I'm Kevin Liddy. I'm running for the office of Baxter County Judge. Over the last 28 years, I've served the citizens of Baxter County while working with the Mountain Home Police Department. I am passionate about the citizens and its employees, and I'd like to keep moving Baxter County forward. In the last few years, our county's infrastructure has greatly improved, and I would like to keep moving us forward. I'm Kevin Liddy. I ask for your vote in the Republican primary on May 24th.
Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas. It's a matter of...
Welcome back. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. Paul Womack, candidate for Izard County Judge, is joining us this morning. And I've got a question. Is Mount Pleasant Izard, or is it the next county south, Independence?
Mount Pleasant sits right on the line of Izard and Independence County, but it is in Izard County.
Okay. So you've got a long, narrow county base that you've got to, as county judge, you're going to have to look after a lot of property.
I've got lots of property in lots of different areas, but like I said prior, I can't pick an area to be good at or bad at because I'm related to everyone. So if one place gets more attention than another, I'm going to have to serve the entire county.
And it's going to be tough at reunions if you don't.
It's going to be tough at reunions if I don't. You're correct.
Sound like he don't need to be running, David.
I know.
All he's got to do is call the family and say, hey, I'm in.
That's right.
I'm in, vote for me.
Family sometimes the toughest to persuade.
Tell me about it.
You're right.
Isn't that right? Yeah.
So in Izard County, how many justices of the peace do you have?
We have 9 JPs. We have three seats that are being contested this time. We have a good JP base. Our JPs do their job. They look after the finances of Izard County. I'm looking forward to getting to work with them on a different level. They've all got their certain positives, their certain pros, and they work with that. We have a couple that are big financially minded. We have a couple that are community minded, and we have some that are just county minded. And you know what? It's good to have a broad spectrum, because then you know what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
And each one of them has an area that they stand up for, and I expect them to come to me and say, "Hey, my road needs to be taken care of," because not all the time will I be able to see those roads. I'm planning on driving them all, planning on taking old Blue, as you called him.
Mm-hmm.
He's been there with me all the way through, and he's going to drive the county roads.
With your 4 years as the tax collector for Izard County, gives you I don't want to say an upper hand, but gives you an advantage, because you've worked with those JPs for the last 4 years. You know their personalities, you know what they want, you have an idea of where their mindset is and where they're headed. How will you be able to play on that as far as being county judge?
I think it give me a good personal touch with each one of them, to where I can talk to them one-on-one. They come to me and they talk to me, and I just think that personal touch, that they come in and they can talk to me with an open door aspect, is what it takes. I think the taxpayers have the same thing. You know, they've been coming to me for 3.5 years, and they can complain about paying their taxes. I know where their taxes goes to. I know what part of it goes to the county roads. I know that they pay an EMS fee in Izard County to keep an ambulance. I know what all that encompasses. I can empathize with them on paying the taxes and what they want for their tax dollar.
What is your tax rate in Izard County?
It's relatively low. I think it's most of it's in the 43-45 mil range. It's low.
What does your budget look like for road and bridge? Because that undoubtedly is probably the largest portion of your county's budget. What does your budget look like for it?
It looks adequate. It's not the best in the world, but it's adequate. We have to work with the budget. With trying times now, the budget probably doesn't look as good as it did 2 years ago or 3 years ago. With the economy the way it is right now, things are more expensive. I think we have room to improve.
What is your goal as being county judge? What's your emphasis going to be on? Better roads, more infrastructure, building and grounds?
The main emphasis, 28 years road experience, is to go with the roads. The roads need attention. The roads need lots of attention. I've been contacted by several different people. We have bridges that need lots of attention. We need to budget for that. We do have some, what they call the rescue money, that I think needs to be used for bridges. I think it needs to be used for roads. We've got a courthouse that's on the Historical Society, and it needs some attention. We need to put some attention there. So I guess I want to go with, like my Facebook page says, I want to do entire county representation. Each part of the county has their own part that they want to deal with. The city of Horseshoe Bend, county roads is not as important to them. Mm-hmm. But the ambulance service is. It is a retirement area, so that's what they look at. That's what they look at. The people in the rural areas, it's all about roads. The people in Melbourne, it's about some of the maintenance facilities, maintenance things that we have. The people in Calico Rock, it's the museum, it's tourism, it's building it back up, and it's kind of a rural area, so the roads would be important there also.
Let me ask you about the rural bridges. Is there any state aid that comes to those, or is it all on the county budget?
There is some state aid that comes from those. The highway department does have some funding that you can get for those. FEMA has some funding for those. Then there's the state FEMA that has funding for those. It all depends on the necessity that those bridges need to be replaced.
So it'll help lighten the burden, the cost burden of rebuilding some of those bridges. What about some of the county roads? Is there any state money to help with county roads?
The highway department issues money about every year for county roads, or roads in counties and cities. And it's always best to take that free money. It's not really free, but it's best to utilize as much.
Get some of your money back.
Get some of your money back. Use that free money. Take the busiest roads in the county and try to utilize on it. Try to do some paving when possible. Paving is expensive right now. Try to maintain some of those paved roads that are falling apart. You know, chip and seal is not my favorite thing, but sometimes that's what you have to do. Getting good grade of gravel. You got different grades of chat gravel that are for different roads. Ones that are muddy take up bigger rock.
Mm-hmm.
Ones that are good gravel, you can put chat gravel and build a good base. Making sure you got a crown where you have some drainage. Drainage is a big issue right now. All roads need to have a crown to where that water runs off.
Does Izard County own their equipment for road maintenance and build, or do they lease?
We were in a lease, and this time we got our new road graders, and they are a lease purchase. So we will pay on them for 5 years. There will be a balloon payment at the end. Then you make a decision whether to replace. The best thing to do is have good equipment. The people that run the equipment need good equipment. Bad equipment just causes
downtime, costs money.
Costs money.
When you're elected into the Izard County judge spot, is there something on your list that you would change day one? What does your future look like? What are you wanting to do in that position? We've got about 3 minutes here.
Day one, I want to go in, I want to have a conversation with the road crew. I want to build the morale up in that road crew. I want to talk to them. I want to talk to the other elected officials. I want to have a bond there to where we're open and we can talk, and then take off gung-ho, grading roads, making sure those roads are better than they are today. Because if you don't build the roads and take care of the roads, take care of the facilities, 4 years from now, I'll just be another name, another past county judge. That's not what I want. My passion's for Izard County. I want it to be better when I leave than when I start.
Absolutely.
I want to be elected as a county judge that people can listen to. I expect them to call me when they have a problem. I don't want the problems to go uncovered.
Real quick, you said you've got some fundraisers going on this weekend. We've got about 45 seconds. Where at?
I've got the first one's going to be at Horseshoe Bend. They have their Dogwood Days. They're going to have an all-day event. They're going to have Sillamore Special there in the evening, and there's going to be a 5K run, lots of things. Then I've got a fire department fundraiser at Ruthie Mountain, which is down in the Mount Olive area, which is about 2 o'clock. Then there's a fundraiser in the Dolph area for a family that anytime somebody's in need, a fundraiser is a good thing to take care of. So I've got my day planned. I'm ready to go. Old Blue's going to take me from one end to the other.
Sounds like it.
Yes.
Talk to the camera right there and tell them why you need to be Izard County judge.
I need to be Izard County judge because it's time for a change. I'm running an opponent that we're not going to talk anything negative about it. We just need a change. I want better roads. I want more open door. I want to thank these gentlemen for having me on. I want to be your county judge because I'm personable. I can talk to you. I can visit with you. And when it comes down to it, we can shake hands and have a good finished product.
Can agree to disagree and get the job done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Main goal is getting the job done.
The main goal is to get the job done.
Yes,
sir. Right. Take it away.
Close us out.
All right. we want to thank everybody for watching the morning show on XL7 TV.